Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to KSR's rapid reaction of Kentucky's 63-57 win over Oklahoma. Kentucky's second top 5 win of the season. I'm freezing my butt off out here. A smart person would pack a layered jacket, gloves, all those normal things, but I didn't because I was burning up before I left my place, came here, didn't really think about it. But doesn't matter because Kentucky got a big win. And guys, that was such an exciting yet excruciatingly painful basketball game. Okay, to start the game, Kentucky goes down by 13. I want to say it was 24-11 was the score, but Kentucky goes down by 13. And I'm immediately sitting there thinking, oh, Kentucky is not going to look good today at all. Kentucky is going to get run out of the gym. I'm sitting there with my pregame prediction of 79-64 Oklahoma. I'm like, okay, well, I was right. Oklahoma's just going to run Kentucky out the gym. No Tiani Key, can't rebound, can't guard. Everything's going wrong. And then all of a sudden, to kind of make a run, Kentucky, it takes a while to dig out of that 13-point deficit. But at the half, it's tied at 34. And you're sitting there going, okay, wait a minute. We've done this already, right? We've done this to where Kentucky has played a top 5 team, was down by double digits, made a run to get themselves back in it. Then the first time around, that's when they beat number 5 LSU on the road. So you're sitting there at halftime now thinking, okay, we got a game. We got 20 more minutes of really physical, smash-mouth basketball coming, but you know what? Kentucky's back in it, guys. And I think that's kind of the mentality Kentucky took the rest of the way. Oklahoma's a tremendous team. Don't get me wrong. They're a really, really good team. But, you know what makes them so good? You know what part of it is that makes them such a great team? It's the fact that Reagan Beers can sit there in the paint and just bully people. And when I say bully people, I don't mean like, Hakeem Olajuwon, bully people the way you would expect a post player to. No, she literally, there were times she was in the paint pushing Clara Strack. We got people who agree with me over here. Pushing Clara Strack, okay? And there was no foul call, nothing was happening. And Memorial was ready to explode. I mean, I'm sitting there trying to cover the game. Larry Vaught, his poor soul, sitting next to me. I'm yelling at him because I can't hear anything that's going on. I'm like, Larry, what are they calling? What are they doing? Because it was madness. It was absolutely insane, but Kentucky gets the job done. Tony Morgan, this is just from me to you. Are you okay? Is everything all right? Because she went down, we felt like half a dozen times, and each time she went down, it almost felt like she got shot with a shotgun. Tony Morgan was down and out. There was a point late in the fourth quarter, it looked like she was crying, but I think post-game Kenny was like, she was just so damn mad at kind of the whole situation. Clara Strack, she was kind of half running, half limping. Kentucky went through a literal battle today and somehow came out and won. Just incredible stuff. Leah Chavez for Oklahoma. She didn't have her best game ever today, but she's super talented. And that's why post-game, I made a note of, I thought Asia Boone played really, really well. She didn't score a ton. I think she had maybe, 6 points and was 2 of 9 from something like that. But she played her butt off defensively, right? And I don't know how much I've said this, but there comes a point where if you're not hitting shots, you got to do the little things to make it count. You got to do the little things. Waving at some Kentucky fans over here. You got to do the little things to stay on the court and keep yourself in the game, right? And that's what happened, right? Same thing with Amelia Hassett. Kenny Brooks post-game, and you saw it during the game clearly. He was like, with Amelia, we put her on Reagan defensively. We gave her the tough defensive assignment so that way we could free up Clara Strack and do some things. But Kenny was very open about, We gave Amelia Hass a tough assignment, and she worked her butt off, right? Jordan Obi, right? Felt like we'd had a few games in a row where Jordan was kind of a non-factor. And you're sitting there wondering, like, okay, what's going on here? And then how about Jordan Obi with 3 or 4 offensive rebounds in a row to really ice the game, to really give Kentucky, the stamp, the cherry on top in the win. It was just absolutely incredible stuff. I don't remember scores or anything like that. I mean, I remember 63-57. I don't remember stats off the top of my head. But Clara Strack had a double-double, 3 blocks. I want to say it was 19 and 13, something like that, 19, 13, 3 blocks. Like, she had an amazing game on KS Board. If you're not subscribed to KSR Plus, I highly encourage you to. We got great scoop and all that on there. But if nothing else, just for the discussion, because all season long, we've talked about, ever since the preseason SEC media polls come out, okay, that I do not have a vote in, so don't get mad at me, that, Clara Strack, second team All SEC, Reagan Beers, first team All SEC, and then you just see what just happened, and you're like, oh, why in the world is Clara Strack not first team All SEC? If not over Reagan Beers, then, I don't know, at least slide her in there with her, right? Because that was just a tremendous, absolutely phenomenal game from Clara Strack. You come back from where at Alabama, she went, I want to say it was like 0 of 13 or something, like just had an absolutely atrocious night from the field. Don't want to say she's the reason Kentucky lost, but she surely didn't help. And she just comes out and is Superwoman, right? I think against Alabama, oddly enough, it felt like she was trying to do too much. And against Oklahoma, felt like she put on that cape again, but did enough. Instead of doing too much, it felt like she did enough, right? And got the job done. Again, Toni Morgan, absolutely incredible stuff from her. Again, I don't remember her exact stat line at the moment, but the way they guarded Oklahoma's backcourt, which is so talented, right? You have Aaliyah Chavez, who's the number 1 recruit in the country in the 25 class. You got Peyton Verhulst. You got Zia Van. Zia Van's a bit bigger. But you got all these tremendous players that Oklahoma has. And you're saying to yourself, okay, how does Kentucky do this? We knew Kentucky had it to where defensively they could vacuum you in and make you, try to shoot it over Clara Strack or Tiana Key or whoever in the paint. But when it came to, all right, we're dancing out here on the perimeter, can Kentucky guard in that fashion? And they pulled it off, and they did a 63-57 win. This is Kentucky's second top 5 win of the season. Kentucky beat number 5 LSU on the road on January 1st. So it took a matter of about 10 days in between, roughly? Yeah, for Kentucky to get that win. Again, you just have to sit there and think to yourself, this team is special, right? Losing at Alabama, I don't want to call it a fluke because it wasn't. Like, Alabama very clearly won that game. But I think it's fair to say, and Kenny made a point of this in this press conference, where, okay, Kentucky and really anyone in the SEC, it's kind of just like a toss-up right now as to who's going to win the SEC, right? We're sitting there looking at the scores from today. LSU beat Texas. That's a big win. People thought Texas had a chance, probably weren't, but had a chance to go undefeated in conference play maybe, right? Or at least maybe lose 1 game, 1 or 2 games, right? Kenny was talking about it, and I agree. Whoever wins the SEC, right, whatever, but 2 through 6 or 7 or whatever, right? Those teams could have 5, 6, 7 losses in the SEC. Like, there's so much parity. Every team is so good. Alabama, I don't know what their score is from today, but Alabama, they're 16-1 after beating Kentucky. They're a dang good team. It's just so interesting, but so, like, almost rewarding to watch, where you can drop a game, right, on the road against a good team like Alabama, and then come back here shorthanded and end up beating number 5 Oklahoma. Kentucky gets the 63-57 win inside of historic Memorial Coliseum, where I am about to go. I probably look like a damn idiot right now standing out here filming this. But hey, I wouldn't want to do anything else It's funny to see traffic just absolutely backed up here. Awesome crowd today, by the way. It wasn't full, it wasn't sellout or anything like that, but it was a loud crowd, and it was great. Reagan Beers tried to push and shove Oklahoma to a win, couldn't quite do it. Kentucky comes out on top again. Kentucky is now 16-2 and 3-1 in the SEC. All right, so I'm Phoenix Stevens, standing about to be inside of historic Memorial Coliseum. If you've enjoyed this rapid reaction, please like, comment, subscribe, and do all those wonderful things. For us, I appreciate it. Stephen Peak appreciates it. Everyone here at KSR, we all really appreciate it. How about that win? Right? That was so fun. That was great. All right, I'm going to get back inside. Go Cats. Cats by 90. All those wonderful things. I will see you all next time. Thank you so much.